Hi, my name is Adrienne Oliver. I'm with RE/MAX Universal. My cell phone number is 832-217-7141. Wanted to come to you today to talk to you a little bit about mortgages. So I've had a lot of different people ask me about mortgages. There's been some different items that have happened with the coronavirus and other different market factors that have changed rates, changed the rules a little bit. So wanted to kind of talk to you about those, talk to you about what that means, all of those items. So we have had a huge amount of applications. So what happened is when the feds lowered the rate to zero, a lot of people thought that that meant mortgage rates. That does not mean mortgage rates. So you had a huge influx for all of the major banks on refis, right? So that made the rates go up. That doesn't have anything to do with anything else. It's almost like the banks are self-regulating, right? So because they have so many applications, they can only physically process so many, especially with a lot of them working from home, things of that nature. So they made the rates a little higher, which they set the rates. Each lender and sets the rates to make their money or their margin, right? So they set them a little higher, almost to pace their work. Right? So if the rates go high, not as many people want to lock and go through the loan. So they have a little less to do instantly and a little bit more processing time. So that's what's happening with the rates there. There's another thing that came out recently about FHA and VA guidelines. So I've had a couple questions about those items. The new credit score minimum for those government-backed mortgages is 640. That's up from 620. There are always mitigating factors, etc. So that's just general guidelines. The other thing that they have done that's important to a lot of my investors is that if you are going to qualify for an FHA and you have any rental property, or a VA and you have any rental property, they're no longer going to count that rental income for your qualification. So the good news is that most investors that I work with, including myself, we use conventional loans, which conventional loans, nothing has changed. So you're fine. You can still use your rental income. You still get it counted the same. It was never counted at 100% anyway. So there's all of those items. So just know that if you have specific questions about mortgages, about real estate, about any of those things, the most important thing I think that we're all learning from this particular situation that we're all going through is not to panic. So don't panic. Call someone who knows. I know I've been on the phone with TXR this week when in Houston we went back and forth from being able to show and not able to show and what that meant and how do I facilitate that, because I have listings. I have a tenant that had to get keys and I was able to figure it all out. So if you have a real estate need, I'm here for you. If you want information because you don't know what to do, I'm here for you. I'm not going to put you in a situation where it's not going to benefit you. I'm a realtor who is here for the long term. I care about the long term, viability of my clients. I want to make sure that you're making the right decisions for your future. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, 832-217-7141. Thank you.